Well, that didn't last long, did it? Unfortunately, as many of us suspected, the ceasefire in the Middle East is already looking shaky at best. Some of those cracks opening up. Markets holding up okay for the time being, but honestly, from my perspective, this situation doesn't look particularly good, at least for the time being. Let's get straight into it because it all pins on Israel at the moment, right? Netanyahu warns Israel will keep striking Hezbollah, and that is, of course, in Beirut, in Lebanon. And Iran says that these attacks constitute a breach of the ceasefire already. Israeli strikes on Lebanon, a blatant violation of the ceasefire, says the Iranian president. The Iranian president said Israel's strike on Lebanon are a blatant violation of the US-Iran ceasefire agreement, and their continuation would render negotiations meaningless. Iran warns of a strong response as Israel attacks on Lebanon threaten the ceasefire. No new attacks were reported in the Gulf today as the truce appeared to be holding, but there were little signs that the crucial Strait of Hormuz trade route had meaningfully reopened. Of course, this is the biggest issue, right? This is, as far as most people are concerned, the biggest piece of the ceasefire arrangement, and at least as far as global markets are concerned. It's not looking like the situation there has improved much at all. Tehran says the Strait of Hormuz may be mined after Trump issues new ceasefire warning. Iran has warned that ships transiting through the Strait of Hormuz may be hit by anti-ship mines in the main transit routes due to the state of war as it advised vessels to follow alternative paths. They really have got the strait completely locked down. I saw reported elsewhere that they were going to be letting through just 15 ships a day as some sort of compromise. But bottom line is, Israel isn't about to stop striking Lebanon anytime soon, and Iran definitely considers that a breach of the ceasefire. So this whole thing is looking, honestly, incredibly fragile right now. Markets holding up okay for the time being, okay? Now, we spoke about yesterday how the S&P, call this your measuring stick for risk assets, doing well on the news of the ceasefire, right? Up yesterday, maximum about 3%. It's a big move for the S&P. Bitcoin holding up okay for the time being, right? What we're doing here from a technical perspective is starting to build value back up at what was previous resistance, right? Up at this 71 to 72k region, which looks okay from my perspective, right? Remember, we're long, or I am long, from 65k way down here, not getting long on these green candles like a sheep. In fact, part of the thesis for my long trade was betting against everybody who got short into these down days. I've explained that in plenty of previous videos. Don't want to lose my voice explaining it once again. But basically, too many people got short on these red days, and we came up when the resolution of that news turned out to be not as devastating as people believed, at least, in terms of Bitcoin price action, and then liquidated those positions, which means forced buying onto the market. That's why we're long, and that's why I'm still long. I'm out 2/3 of this trade, but I still hold 0.05 BTC in there, currently up about $275 on that trade. 0.05 BTC, 20x leverage long from 65k. When you get long in a falling market towards the bottom of the range with a clear thesis in mind, it gives you room for error where you're not relying on the price just mooning immediately in the immediate sense, right? Short-term expectations like that just get liquidated, and you could see even in the last last 24 hours, still $166 million worth of longs liquidated. But things have been a lot less spicy liquidation rise over the last 12 hours. Okay, much less volatile times. It looks to me as though the market is basically digesting this ceasefire news, and now we see what actually comes of this. Does it last? Do we get a clear game plan for the end of the war coming from that? Or does it all get unwound just like last time? Unfortunately, right now, it's looking pretty dodgy to me, to be honest. You could see in terms of liquidation risk on the 30-day, this has flipped to the long side. Not massively, though, right? Not a huge disparity in terms of long side liquidation risk versus short side liquidation risk. On the 1 day, you'll see way more. No, there you go. More shorts than longs, actually. Interesting. As we're cooling off just here. What I think is the most interesting, perhaps, is the fear and greed, right? Measure on sentiment, 43. We're actually neutral right now. I wouldn't say I currently feel neutral in terms of fear and greed. just based on this news, right? It's not looking too good in terms of this ceasefire holding up right now. But obviously the proof's in the pudding. As of right now, it seems that the ceasefire is holding, and markets are pretty much holding up to that too. I'm going to stay in this long position for the foreseeable, right? As long as this situation doesn't change. You can see in terms of the fixed range volume profile here, this is now drawn in from the lows of the 6th of Feb all the way to currently. We are sort of towards the high end of the volume profile, but I like that we're starting to build value near these previous highs. That gives us, it means that the market is accepting these higher prices, at least for right now. Do expect a drop from here. Do expect potentially some liquidations of everyone, all the sheep who got long too late on these green candles, and then potentially a bit of a retracement. But I still think the market is looking relatively healthy for the time being, at least in the midterm sense, right? I.e. between here and the top of the range and the bottom of the range. I don't necessarily think this bear market phase is over, but the way you get around that, I don't know that for a fact, and the way you get around that is just by buying a little bit of spot Bitcoin regularly. That is my main focus at the moment. As always, thank you so much for watching. Plenty more to come. Nothing I say should be considered financial advice. If you enjoy these videos, subscribe. I post almost every day my thoughts on the market, my trades, and what I see coming next, how I see the situation right now. If you're interested in how I make money to fund my trades, fund my investing, go and check out my second channel linked in the description. Plenty of content there regarding how I actually make money to fund these trades. As always, nothing I say should be considered financial advice. I appreciate you giving this a watch. Plenty more to come.